Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sticky, and I didn't want to do this video. I've been avoiding like videos like it for the longest time because I'm not. Okay, this is a public service announcement to the young ladies who want to give out, who want to spit anger on YouTube. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Y'all know what's going on right now. Now, that particular young lady, I'm not gonna worry about her too much. But before her, there was another young lady who was 16 years old and who was more articulate than the one we're talking about right now. And she said that she loved thugs. I think she used that word. But when you listen to her, you get a deeper meaning of what she was talking about. One, she wanted a man that's more comfortable in his own skin. She didn't want a homebody, and she didn't want a kid from the suburbs. And I think, she was more tactful about her video than the infamous videos going on at World Star Hip Hop, all right? Who shall remain nameless. This young lady, who you could see her vulnerabilities, basically, she wanted what she wanted. I'll break it down for you. What she wanted was a man with strength of character, who's comfortable, and who wasn't a homebody, who could go anywhere and feel confident, all right? There's not a lot of dudes that are like that right now, and a lot of suburb kids probably can't fulfill that need. And what happened to her? She got dogged out on YouTube, just like what's going on right now. History repeating itself. And yes, it was by the same 30-year-old men, all right? Same 30-year-old dudes making videos, going at a youngin'. I'm going to be impartial, all right? Young ladies, what I hear you saying is that y'all want a guy with strength of character, confidence, a little style and sophistication, who's not a homebody, who's not a wallflower. Y'all don't want no motherfucking wallflowers, all right? I could understand that. And I could understand that the young boys that y'all grew up with, that's what y'all consider attractive, all right? So I'm not tossing that shit at you. But like I told that young lady, I'm sorry I forgot her name, but she really caught hell, Like I told that young lady, there's no getting around a simple formula. The more you act like a nigga, the faster the pussy you get, and the faster the money you make, the faster the life you will live. The less you act like a nigga, the longer you get to kiss your kids and show up to work and speak with your boss and cut Thanksgiving Day turkeys. You black women, you young black women, expect us to serve two masters. All right? We can't serve the streets and in the boardroom. Fuck what Beyonce told you. I'm not putting on a do-rag after I take off my three-piece suit. That's the stupidest shit. If your status ain't hood, I swear I want to smack that person that wrote that song. But I'm not going to try and dominate the conversation, all right? I really want to hear these young girls. Like I always said, they want to feel protected. They want to be next to a dominant force. They want to be next to a man who knows what he's doing, who's not afraid of, who's not rolling up his windows every time, some niggas with low-rider jeans fucking da-da-da-da. All right? Come by, all right? The new one, homegirl, who shall remain nameless, you could tell that she's like, I'm going to break her down psychologically for y'all. Now, she said in her videos, her father's gone, Her father's not with her no more. And you know what that's telling me? That's look like she's looking for a surrogate father figure. She's looking for a man that could replace the complete love that her father might have shown to her. And please believe, 30-year-old niggas on YouTube, the young ladies who had good fathers are the most critical of black men. All right, a girl with a single mother, she's going to be more abiding, more loving, more compassionate to a black man than a woman who's grown up with a father in her life. All right, that's one of those phenomenons you're not accepting. So going back to the present young lady, all right, 24 years old, her father's gone, and she's looking for real masculinity, as are we all, right? And who she's getting? She's getting the Sergeant Willie Peets. She's getting the Tommy Sotomayor's. She's getting the long list of brothers who are overly critical of black women and not seeing them as individuals trying to make ends meet. know what I'm saying? I don't want to go after anybody on this YouTube channel. This is like me. This is me trying to be fair and balanced. All right. So if anybody get offended at that, I ain't gonna apologize, but it is what it is. Imagine a young girl who is looking for a hero, and she is getting YouTube videos pumped in her veins. All right. That's what that young lady sounds like to me. Whatever happens, what happens. You know. I don't want no response videos about this shit. This is my estimation of what's going on. Now, to be fair, 30-year-old black men, I hear you. I am you. All right? Y'all make these comments on YouTube about these young ladies loving thugs, and they don't understand that we know what they want. But we not only grew out of it. Not only did we grow out of it, we survived that shit, alright? Like, my neighborhood, like, mad movies were shot around my neighborhood because that's why a lot of the drug game came through. I'm not a thug. I mean, I guess I was a homebody and I survived that shit. I survived drug wars. I survived the killings. California, Texas, everybody, all these 30-year-old niggas, we survived this shit. And to hear a young naive girl talk about, whoa, that was good. I like a man that's in the game. No, we know where this shit is headed. That shit's headed in the pine box, or you're gonna be state property. All right. Now, the black men who's on YouTube, we avoided that shit. And to see a young woman say, well, it's like she's calling us cowards because we lived through that shit. You know what I mean? So, another thing, 30-year-old black men. All right. My boys, my people, my grown men. If a young girl could throw rocks at your throne and shit starts to crack, you need to check that, all right? You need to really check that. If she could get at you that bad, and she could just throw pebbles at your throne, all right? And shit starts falling down, all right? Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. I know. I mean, her philosophies is jacked up to begin with. It's like, here's what she's saying. There's these niggas that's inside of the club, and there's these niggas that are outside of the club. The niggas that are inside of the club, they fly, but all they want is stank bougie heifers, and they want girls with long hair, yada, yada, yada. And the niggas that's outside of the club, they just broke and nasty. That's her philosophy in a nutshell, all right? She ain't worrying about the niggas at home. She ain't worrying about the niggas at church. She ain't worrying about the niggas in the library. She ain't worrying about the niggas that are taking exams. She ain't worrying about niggas that are sitting in a homeless shelter because they pay their child support and they just rather take a hot bed than fucking deal with their baby moms. She ain't worried about those. So before this shit gets too rambly, all right? Black men, we need to stop going after these young girls, all right? Because they don't know, and truth be told, you live by the thug, you die by the thug. I could tell you some stories about what's going to happen to them, because like I worked at the shelter system. Shit, I seen this one girl pick up a nigga at Rikers Island, and like 2 weeks later, he's holding on to her baby and cutting her with a box cutter in the face, all right? I know what happens to girls who thug worship, and I don't want it. I'm sick of seeing it. And the young black women, men are not young black women, listen closely. Men are not some disposable commodity that's supposed to help you shepherd through the hood. All right. If you don't give a fuck about this nigga when he get killed, shot, and there's a chalk outline on him, we see that shit. All right. We see what's going on. All right. Let me tell you a story about male disposability. This is my last story. I knew this girl working at the shelters, and I'll be honest, I was a security officer at the shelters, and this chick who was in a relationship, and this is getting too long. She was in a relationship, and the dude that she was in love with had a motorcycle. Oh, I love him. This nigga died on a Friday on that motorcycle. Monday, I'm passing by her room. I'm hearing all these sad love songs. One Sweet Day, End of the Road, I'm Missing You, all that shit. She's listening to all that song. Monday, she's mourning. Wednesday, she stopped crying. Friday, she's in a tight dress back in the club looking for another nigga, all right? I said, black men are disposable. You can't ask us to serve two masters, the streets and the boardrooms, all right? Pick one and stop apologizing to either one, all right? If you a thug, if you a thug bitch, go ahead and be with thug bitches. If you want to go academic niggas, go ahead and be academic niggas. You might have to help them get over some bullshit issues from high school. Oh well, that's just how the world is, all right? So like I said, this is me being impartial, and that's all I have to say, all right? It's your boy Sticky. Yeah. Deuces.